Bomberman Hero is somewhat of a departure for the Bomberman series. Instead of being a top-down action game like usual, it's a full-fledged 3D platformer with a few familiar elements. Its levels are fairly contained and linear, and your main goal is usually just to get to the end of the level. Outside of running and jumping, you can also throw an unlimited supply of bombs. You can collect items that increase the bomb's explosion size and the amount of bombs you can have at once, just like normal Bomberman games. As a platformer, it definitely got some stuff going for it. The controls are a little weird at first, but they're pretty good, and I also found the level design to be fun. Unlike some other platformers from this era that focus more on exploration, the main emphasis here is on platforming. While the levels are fairly short and linear, there's a decent amount of them in the game. There's also a handful of different vehicle levels, such as helicopter and snowboard levels. Personally, I wasn't a big fan of these, but they're not terrible. I had a few annoyances with the controls, and above all, I just didn't think they were as much fun as the normal levels. They don't come anywhere close to ruining the game, but I was always glad to get them out of the way. The boss fights in the game aren't really anything too special, but they're decent enough, I guess. If there's anything that really stands out about Bomberman Hero, it's the music. It doesn't sound anything like what I would expect from a game like this, but I am not complaining. I'd probably go as far as to say it's the best part of the game. A minor complaint I have is that all your power-ups are lost when you quit the game. This isn't a big deal for normal levels, but it can make some bosses much more annoying. Also, if you complete a level without full health, you'll still have that same amount of health when you move on to the next level, and this is annoying because health pickups aren't that common in this game. You can easily just quit the game and then come back to refill your health, but then you lose your normal items again. The worst part about this game is probably this boss who is just a furry with a whip. The second worst part of this game is the complete lack of any kind of multiplayer or battle mode. And considering how the awesome battle mode was one of the best parts of the series for many people, and how 4-player games were all the rage on the N64, this is a strange exclusion. Sure, the main adventure mode can stand on its own just fine, but I really think that they might have been better off taking out a few levels so that they could add in the battle mode that the fans all wanted. Overall, I don't think Bomberman Hero is a great game, but I do think it's a good game at least, and I enjoyed playing it. It's just kind of a fun game to sit down and breeze through in a week or so, and then move on. I wouldn't call it a must-have game, but it's definitely worth playing if you want a fun, linear 3D platformer.